never thought there'd be a hand cannon to outshine my AS Luna, but it looks like that day has finally come. Ayo Guardians, chill here. So, as you know, episode Revenant just came out and a bunch of new weapons were introduced alongside it, ready for us to sink our teeth into. Now, I remember watching the Bungie livestream, hearing them say that a new hand cannon from this episode was going to add a new perk to play off of Stasis crystals in combination with the Headstone perk. Now, I didn't know how strong this perk would be, but after doing some testing, it's a must-have. Exuviae is a Stasis aggressive 120 hand cannon that comes with the origin trait Dark Ether Reaper. Final blows periodically spawn Dark Ether charges. When detonated early with gunfire or coming into contact with them, it refills your mag. The perk doesn't state it, but it actually overflows the mag size by about 50% of your mag size. So if you're just doing your thing and killing enemies and then just need to do a reload, you can simply shoot one of the charges that spawns off one of the enemies you defeated and completely bypass your reload entirely. Going over the perks for the third column, there's Triple Tap, Stats for All, Keep Away, To the Pain, Encore, the new perk Lone Wolf, and the new Stasis perk called Rhyme Stealer. Rhyme Stealer states that when destroying a Stasis crystal or frozen target, it grants you a stack of Frost Armor. When enhanced, it grants you 2 stacks of Frost Armor instead of 1. Now the interesting part about this perk is that it works off of any Stasis crystal no matter what the source was or whose it is, even if it's an enemy player's crystal. Keep that in mind for PvP. If you can destroy it, you can build up Frost Armor stacks. Stats for All is always a good perk to use for PvE with its increased reload speed, so you can't go wrong with that one. Triple Tap can be a decent perk depending on the perk you pair with it. To the Pain adds handling and aim assist for taking damage, however it's very hard to utilize in PvP, and in PvE it's kind of just a dead perk in there. Keep Away is nice to increase your reload speed and range just for staying 15 meters away from opponents. Encore is a nice kill chaining perk for PvP to add big stat bumps to your stability and range to help you out in your further gunfights. And then there's Lone Wolf, which is an interesting perk for PvP that adds a little bit of aim assistance, airborne effectiveness, and aim down sight speed that'll then get boosted if you aren't near allies. Kind of like a pseudo alacrity type perk, however you get benefits just for having it on the gun. Might be useful, not too sure about it yet. It seems like a really good perk, but I have yet to get it to drop, so I need to do some testing with it to see how it fits in the meta. In the fourth column, we have Precision Instrument, which would be really nice for PvP. For those that don't know, Precision Instrument on a 120 hand cannon allows them to 2 headshot, 1 body, any resilience value, which is the reason why Igneous Hammer remained the king of 120s for so long. But a thing to note, if you go directly for 2 headshots and then a body, it won't get you the kill. However, if you go for a headshot, body shot, and then a headshot, then it'll let you snag the kill. It's a weird damage glitch with the perk. Now you're not going to be doing that in your day-to-day every engagement, but it's very nice when it does come up. Next is Desperate Measures, which grants a damage buff to weapon and ability final blows. Good for ability-based builds in PvE and can get some use in PvP. Then we have Frenzy, which is a very strong perk in PvE for its damage buff on top of max reload benefit, but you can get some use of it in PvP if you know how to really utilize and push it to its max potential. Then oddly enough, we have Redirection, which adds damage stacks for damaging red bars that will then be consumed to deal bonus damage to majors or bosses. Explosive Payload is a very nice perk to have because it gives a nice 10% increase to your overall damage in PvE, and for flinching guardians in PvP, on top of technically having damage at any distance. And then there's One for All, which is always perfect for pairing with Stats for All for getting your stat bumps and increase your damage by 30% for 10 seconds. And then finally, this hand cannon has Headstone, which creates a stasis crystal at a target's location when eliminated with a precision shot. Headstone is one of my favorite perks on stasis weapons, which is why I love my AS Luna that had Unrelenting and Headstone, because Headstone worked off of Unrelenting. Now this has another option. Not only is it really good for ad clearing PvE, but in PvP, it has the benefit of locking down reses and activities like trials, as they can't res until the crystal is broken. It blocks their ghost. Now, if you pair that with Rhyme Stealer, you can give yourself Frost Armor at all times, no matter what subclass you're on, making it an immediate must-have to have on-demand DR. Now, if I were to go for my PvE god rolls, my damage god roll would be Triple Tap and Precision Instrument to build up stacks of precision damage, or Stats for All and One for All for massive buffs to your stats and your damage. But to me, this hand cannon's true PvE crown god roll is Rhyme Stealer and Headstone to allow yourself to create crystals and destroy them to give you Frost Armor at any subclass on top of ad clearing and stasis synergy with your stasis builds. For PvP, I would recommend either Lone Wolf or Keep Away with Precision Instrument. Keep away really helps out landing shots with these hand cannons, essentially making them have hitboxes the size of trucks. But Lone Wolf might seem a little better or worse depending on how big the benefits are. Again, it requires some testing. I just need to get that perk to unlock. Unfortunately, the numbers are hidden in the API, so it'll take some time and testing to see how beneficial it is. But those are just my opinions on the roles to chase. Let me know what roles you're going to go for. I know there's some talk right now about the episode that's kind of in the lower attitude area, but I hope y'all are enjoying it still. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content from Chili and I. Keep an eye out for a future build video going over an exotic that's known to make ice ball. Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep it chill.